Catus Maximus here, this time with yet another adjustable wrench. The Crescent designed adjustable wrench has got to be probably one of the most copied tool designs in history, next to a hammer or maybe combination wrenches. But there seems that just everybody at one point or another, since Crescent had patented this design or had popularized this design so early, I mean, the patents ran out in like the 1930s or something. So just everybody has made them. In this case, what we have is we have a Utica, very lightly stamped, very difficult to read the name Utica, coming out of New York, but you do recognize the triple diamond. Not related to diamond tools. Forged steel, much better than, say, forged acrylic. Of course, this is made in the United States. This one is just a bit rusty, but it's not too bad. We can see on the other side they do spell out Utica here. And this, I believe the model number there would be a 9012. And then they have their logo stamped again. This could use some sitting and some evapor rust. I put a little bit of lube on it, oil. It seemed to free it up enough. One thing that you can tell when it's really mild or low quality steel, when it does rust, say around a saltwater environment, around the coast or something, lower quality steel really just gets terrible flaking rust, where alloy steels, just due to the different composition of them, even though they're not stainless steel, tend to just not, the rust always tends to be more of a surface type of deal. Anyway, as far as how this is built, and this is the reason I make all these videos, is just to compare them, we can see that it indeed is a decent alloy steel, even though we do have some pretty heavy corrosion here. That corrosion is helping lend itself to making the jaw super tight, but since it's so tight with just a little bit of corrosion, once I really get it cleaned up, and I'll make a video in the future doing that, it will be a little bit looser, but not much looser. So it goes to show the nice manufacturing quality. One thing I will mention is don't use Crescent wrenches as hammers, like in the case of this one here, where it's been used as it's hit some things and it kind of rounds out the little edge here, so it's preventing the jaw from closing all the way. Besides that, most of the other things where we look, such as symmetry of the broach there, and whether the jaw is nice and tight when it's in a mostly closed position, as well as when we open it all the way up, it also maintains that tightness. And what that is a testimony to the squareness of this machine surface here, the machine surface on the bottom of the moving jaw, and the parallelism between this surface and the broach through the handle of the wrench. Many adjustable wrenches, when you open them up, they'll get really loose. Cheap ones, at least, will get really loose at the extents. It is a proper unit with nice buttress threads. It is a replaceable screw or removable screw. Some of them use press fit pins, which are a little bit more difficult to remove. Once again, this one's a screw, so it's pretty easy to pull this down into its constituent parts. These actually have 5 parts. We have the handle, the jaw, the screw, the thumb screw, and then there tends to be a spring just to add a little bit of tension. Other than that, this is a pretty good unit. Even if we close it up, we can see nice parallelism right here with the working surfaces of the jaws. I've actually run into some of these wrenches where these surfaces weren't very parallel. The squareness of this machining to this machining just wasn't very good, and it's always kind of a disappointment. This one is, of course, good because Utica did have a reputation for making pretty good quality tools. Really nice grinding on the handle. There's no sharp edges or anything like that. So anyway, this will be my first Utica adjustable wrench, and it's a pretty nice unit. They did square off the jaw here instead of making it have like an angle, which is a little bit stronger on the fixed jaw, as well as kind of adding another surface just to add just a touch more grip. But I'm not going to criticize them too much. If it weren't for the little bit of rolling here, I have to get in there with the file, we can see that they did actually put a little relief in the corner of the jaw here, which I also do appreciate. Other than that, not a lot else to say. Just wanted to showcase an old Utica adjustable wrench. These are not very easy to find, that's for sure. Utica tools just didn't seem to be, they didn't sell as many as, say, Snap-on, or, a variety of other brands, even though they were making pretty nice, pretty competitive tools. And the fact that they, their tools went the way of the dinosaur pretty early. I think Utica tools stopped being sold somewhere in the 70s or 80s or something. It's a little hard to figure out exactly when that happened. So it's always kind of a joy to find a Utica product, especially something like this, a 12-inch adjustable wrench. That's a real nice item, and to find that it was made with good quality control, good precision, and attention to detail. Not a lot else to say. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody who's been watching and subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Till next time, Catus Maximus out.